Hey there, welcome to day 29 of our free 30-day Get Up and Go, 30-plus day Get Up and Go challenge. We'll do 31 days, just to give you a little heads up. Our free Get Up and Go challenge. So today we're going to talk about something a little different. We're going to take a little bit different tack on what we're doing today. Not really take a little break from the SOAP framework, but take a break from the SOAP framework. Why? Because we're going to talk about frameworks. We're going to talk all about frameworks. Now, my latest and greatest since 2020 favorite framework is the SOAP framework. We've covered it in detail, and I'm going to grab some of my frameworks here so I can show them in bigger form, and actually many of them are written backwards so you can see them as well. But our SOAP framework is, of course, what we've discussed in detail. We've gone over it at least a dozen times plus as we've gone through each of the different areas and aspects of our life. We've talked about different tools which help us with frameworks as well. We've talked about the life framework: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, and then I added confidence and communication this last year. But whatever way you want to look at things that allows you to simplify them, understand complex ideas, makes them easy to remember. If we remember something, we're more likely to use it and act on it. Part of why I love the SOAP framework so much is it's easy to remember, and I've done it so many times now, it's installed in my subconscious, and I don't even have to remember it because I know that whenever a change or a challenge comes my way, it just rolls in a subconscious level through the SOAP framework, and then consciously I determine what I do or do not need to do about the change or challenge. Now, what's great about this is that naturally, when we're faced with a change or a challenge, our brain says no. It just automatically shuts down and says, no, I don't want to do that. Change to me feels like pain and torture, so I'm going to avoid it like the plague. I'm not going to do it. And the SOAP framework overrides all that negativity, all that drama, all that trauma, all that torture that we usually associate with change or challenges, and it just automatically runs it through the process: story, current, desired, options, what are the possible ways that I could deal with this, action, what am I going to do? I'm going to analyze, pick among alternatives, and then choose something and act. And then, am I making progress? Am I closing the gap from where I am to where I want to be? And then we can set up ways to automate that process and progress. We can set up automatic processes to automate the progress that we make in each area and aspect of our life. We've demonstrated that repeatedly. So frameworks come in all different forms, right? They can be drawings, they can be pictures, they can be graphs, they can be matrices, they can be tools. We've covered a lot of tools this challenge. The nominal group technique. We've done, what else have we got? I don't know that I shared this one. This was a results and sales and time. This was and I don't think we even talked about this, the average performance of something. We did talk about, but I didn't share these graphics because I forgot I had them. How to change from what we don't want to what we do want. That's a framework. The affirmation, this is an affirmation, but I call them affirmations when I do all three formats. We talked about this with mental SOAP. Again, I forgot I had made this in a previous challenge, but this is a framework. Saying an affirmation in three different ways, turning it into an affirmation, that's a framework that we can use to make affirmations, number one, more powerful, exponentially more powerful, but to remember what to do and what to say and how to do it. If we have an easy way of remembering something, we're much more likely to use it. How many people learned Roy G. Biv as the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet? I did, and I taught it to my granddaughters, and I taught it to my other granddaughter. We have the tools, which are frameworks. The urine analysis. I know it's kind of rude and crude, but urgent resources, important, necessary, and energy or effort. How much is required? We use that as a problem-solving, decision-making tool. So any tools that we use, any analysis, SWOT analysis, I don't know if we talked about that or not. That's kind of a business-related tool, but we can use it on our own lives as well. We did talk about the journalistic framework: who, what, where, when, why, and how. We talked about, I don't know if we talked about plan, do, check, act or not, but we have in previous challenges. The plus or minus tool of decision making. The of course, I just shared the different life framework of categories. The lifeline exercise, the DISC analysis, or the Myers-Briggs personality tests, are all tools and things and formulas and anything that makes our life easier and makes it easier for us to act. Now, I shared a couple of challenges ago in the August challenge. I started sharing in that. I don't think I did it before that. Maybe, again, I don't remember because we've done so many of these, but the 6 elements of a strategic framework. So if we're doing something and we want to have a strategy, and this is not the way I learned it differently in college and in the corporate world, because each company pretty much has their own framework. They have their own way of doing things. Almost every coach or consultant has a framework that they teach off of or coach off of, depending on what their specialty is, that is appropriate for the people that they're teaching and the thing they're teaching. I've had real estate coaches, they have one framework, and different real estate coaches have different real estate frameworks depending on the type of real estate you're doing. I've had personal development coaches, and depending on the area or aspect of my life that we're working on, we have different frameworks that we use for that. Literally, I have used thousands of frameworks in my life, and the strategic framework is one that we can use. It's a 6-step framework. Most good frameworks are 4 to 6 steps. Why? Because 7, remember when telephone numbers used to be 7 digits and we used to have to remember our own phone numbers? Well, 7 is our short-term memory capacity as human beings. And there's studies, I'm not an expert on any of that, but there's studies that have been done on that and shown that 4 to 6 is the optimum number of elements for a framework, because we'll remember it. If we remember it, if it's simple and easy, we'll remember it, we'll use it. We're more likely to use a simple framework than we are a complicated one. So what are the 6 steps of a strategic framework? Number 1, define your vision, your mission, your purpose. Well, mission's next, but what is your big vision for your life? Define your vision, whether it's for your company or for your life. Number 2, and that to me incorporates your core values. Are you thinking about your core values, incorporating them into your overall vision? Number 2, create your mission. Your mission includes your purpose, the reason why you're doing something, what you're passionate about, etc. Number 3, set your objectives. What are your goals and objectives? Number 4, develop a strategy. What strategies are you going to use to meet those objectives that meet your mission, that meet your vision? Number 5, outline your approach. What is your approach to, or your approach or methodology for each of these different things that you want to achieve? And number 6, get down to the tactics. And I used to call those action items. What are the action items? What are the tactics and the things you actually have to do or have other people do to support your approach, to support your strategies, to support your objectives and goals, to support your mission and purpose, to support your vision and principles and core values. And it's all interconnected. And then, again, that's just another framework. So, frameworks and tools and models and acronyms and matrices and graphics and pictures got me through engineering school, got me through different quality aspects. I was in quality engineering, quality leadership, got me through management and leadership in corporate America, has gotten me through and helped me with personal development, entrepreneurship, business ownership, being a parent and a coach. All the roles we play in our life are benefited when we have frameworks and tools that help make our life easier. So I'd be curious, what is your favorite framework? Share it in the comments below, because I'm always looking for new frameworks and new things that I can learn. And now I will say with no modesty at all, or humble at all, that, or no humility. I guess it is, I don't know, whatever. Wrong words, but the SOAP framework is my current favorite framework. Why? Because it not only deals with changes and challenges, but it's how we get anything we want in our life. It really is. So, have an awesome day. I will be with you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to do a summary of the entire challenge and pull in some questions and wrap things up. And that's day 30. And day 31, we are going to revisit something we did early on in the challenge so we can see what kind of a transformation you've had with respect to your personal ability to handle change and challenges using the SOAP framework. All right, have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow. Any questions, hit me up on Facebook. You can message me here on the Facebook page or in the Facebook group. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Go find your favorite framework and use it today.